Hello, hello. Welcome to Sparkle.Sanctuary. My name is Rebecca. I'm so glad that you would join me today. So I am currently working on Song of Artemis from Diamond Art Club. This is one of the kits that has the pink perforated lines on the plastic cover sheet that ended up bleeding onto the canvas. So they had recommended per the email that I received from them to use mica powder to fill in the pink lines that I can see on my canvas. Now from a distance, you really can't see the lines, especially in the darker areas, but in some of the lighter areas, I can see them a little bit. And because I'm very much an attention to detail kind of person, I'm worried that later on down the line, the colors where they get lighter and lighter are going to show those lines more. So I went ahead and purchased a package of mica powder on Amazon. So I will share that link below with you. It didn't cost very much, and I thought I would just go ahead and pick these up. And when I was ready, I would go ahead and fill in some of these lines. Now, since this is something I've never done before and is new to me, I thought, why not bring you along for the ride so you can see how things are going and see if there's any struggles and what I might be facing, and just see if if I make a mistake, if maybe I can help you through it, or you can just see how easy it is. I don't know. I've not done this before. So you're going to come along this journey with me, and we will look about color matching and all those things. I do have the mica powder here. I have a toothbrush that I can rub the mica powder into the spaces that I'm needing it in. I also have a glove because mica powder in some forms is pretty toxic, and I don't know the quality of I think I bumped the mic, the quality of the mica powder that I got. So I went ahead and grabbed a glove for the hand that I'm going to be using the mica powder with. And I also grabbed a mask because, again, some of them are supposed to be toxic. Now, this is not the kind of mask that should be used. You should really be using one of those. I think it's a more like a P90 mask or something like that, one of those more preventative kind of masks, but this is what I have. So this is what I'm going to use. Please do as I say and not as I do. I recommend if you pick up the mica powder on Amazon, just go ahead and get a pack of the other masks that are appropriate for this, and just make sure you're keeping yourself safe because you don't want to breathe in those toxins. I'm going to bring you in a little closer and see if we can't find some of these pink lines on the canvas and show you what I'm talking about. Okay, so really fast, I wanted to kind of jump in. I will back out just a smidge. And I wanted to jump in and show you what these lines actually look like on the canvas. So I'm going to pull back the plastic. And as you can see, there is a pink line that's left there. And it is hot pink. It is a bright pink color. And so wherever you have the perforated lines on this canvas, which, I mean, the perforations are great, but wherever these perforated lines are where they bled, that is just kind of stuck into the glue on the canvas, wherever the glue is. Even on the overlay around the edges of the canvas, that is there. So I'll show you this. Now, you can see there was a perforated line all the way across here, and it goes up through here, and you can see the pink lines definitely show. And as you follow this line here up, it disappears a little bit more because it's more behind the diamonds, but you can still somewhat see it. And then you come across the next set that goes across here. But yeah, if you can see these perforated lines just kind of across her face. And this is going to be hard to color match potentially. And then there's the line that goes this way and the line that goes that way. So I thought I would find an easier section like this right here where you can see them really well. And I thought I would just take a color or two and try it out here on camera so that you can see how I do this and see what we can come up with. So I have this light blue area here, and then I have all of these different, this kit came with quite a few colors. So I thought I would just kind of look through these really fast and see if I can pull out all the blues and see if I can best color match. These ones are definitely too dark. So I'm going to go with this light blue color. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and put my glove on. I'm going to put my mask on. So I apologize if my voice starts sounding funny, but I want to protect myself. And then I have my toothbrush. So what I plan to do is take this package and carefully open it. Then I'm going to hold this here, open that up, and see I got a little bit of the mica powder on my finger, and I wonder what would happen if I touched it. Okay, not a whole lot of anything. So I'm going to dip into this bag with the end of my toothbrush, and I'm just going to go to where this blue mark is and just kind of dab it in there. And see, and that leaves quite a bit on there. So I'm going to try and rub that off with my glove. Okay, so lesson learned there. I think if I'm going to do this, I'm going to have to make sure that I get very, very, very minimal of the mica powder on my brush, and then just kind of brush some of it away. And that pink line is dressed like very much faded. And so if I pull back a little bit, you see the blue and you don't see the pink. It is a very shimmery color, so it's definitely going to show up, but you can see that that's not nearly as vibrant of a pink there behind it. And I think even, from a foot away, that's going to be hard to notice. So there you go. So I'm going to go over here and do this blue over here as well. I'm just going to maybe get a little tiny bit of this mica powder out of the bag. I'm not sure how best to do this. So if you have anything that you've tried before, I just want to get like the tiniest hair, and I'll tap back into the bag. And then I will come over here and try and dab it into that pink as much as possible. Probably did not get enough, so we'll go back for more. Probably should have grabbed a second glove for this. And I think in the future, if I have any, I might have to try using a paintbrush. Oh, I am so sorry. I completely bumped the canvas. We have to try a paintbrush to see if that would work. Actually, give me a moment and I will be right back. So I found this paintbrush in my house. It's just an older paintbrush that I've had for a little while that came out of like a Praying watercolor set. So I thought we could work on this and see what this does, and see if maybe it will give a little bit more of a specific, especially if I can like gather at the end and kind of place it. So I have another spot of blue here that I want to place. So I'm going to grab just the tiniest bit of mica powder on the end of my brush here. I'll move this over maybe more so you can see. And then I'm going to very specifically dab that into the spots. I think a really stiff paintbrush would be really good for this. Unfortunately, I don't know where any of those supplies are. So I'm going to gather a little bit more mica powder on the end of my brush, not very much at all. And I'm going to squeeze it and just kind of dab it into that spot. And then I'm going to take my toothbrush and kind of rub it in there. Okay, so you can see that kind of worked. It definitely looks better. I don't know if it's, amazing. I'm wondering if there's different levels of mica powder. But yeah, so this is what I ended up doing. As you can see, it does leave like a sheen behind it. So whatever color you get, if you want to try and color match, great. If not, I've seen people do like lighter colors in some areas and then darker colors in others. This is pure white. So I can try that in this lighter area here and see what happens. And then I will, and that'll be the last bit that I show here. But I wanted to just share my, just trying this out and seeing what happens, just to see how it goes. I hope this is informative and helpful. Trying to navigate this is a feat, and I don't want people to feel intimidated toward trying to fix their own paintings just because this is a bit of a different process, and, not something I don't know a whole lot of people that have tried this. In fact, I don't personally know anybody. I have seen a few try it on YouTube here, but there's not a whole lot of information about like what they did to fix if there were mistakes or anything like that. So hopefully that means this is a fairly easy process and is a little bit not, it's less likely to have mistakes than not, if that makes sense. Okay. So as you can see the canvas with the light on it, you can see the canvas is really sparkly, but when I move it away, those pink lines are pretty much gone. So I'll back out of it just slightly so we can see a little better. Okay, I'll move these out of the way because I think it's focusing on that. All right, so you can see here, there's still a couple of these pink lines that I didn't touch at all, but the rest of them that I kind of got through here look to be pretty much gone. And even the line that was going vertically this way seems to be pretty much gone. And I'll kind of move this around in a new light just so you can see, move it around a little bit Oh, okay, my canvas is caught here. I apologize for the technical issues that I'm having here. Yeah, you can see that's pretty much gone. And honestly, when I pull back even further, that looks really good. Okay, that makes me very happy. So even from this distance, I'm not sure if you can see it, but there is a line that goes across her nose here. And that's kind of the spots, and like here in her neck, those were the spots I was really worried about. Her shoulder here is going to be another place, and this shoulder here. So I just did have some questions about the lighter areas, and I'm glad to see that this mica powder seems to be pretty user friendly. And hopefully, unless you open these up over your canvas and dump them onto your canvas, they seem like they're pretty easy to prevent mistakes and mishaps. So that's really good to see. So I'll probably get some kind of towel and wipe this off just so that I don't continue to get mica powder on anything as I continue to work on this canvas. Like I said, this stuff is in some forms is considered toxic, and I don't know what form it is that I have. I didn't do a lot of research into the kinds that are and are not. This could be the kind of mica powder that is utilized in makeup, which if that's the case, then it's perfectly non-toxic and should be okay. But I don't know that even if it's in the listing, I'm not sure that I trust it, just because, you never know what you're really getting on Amazon. Anyway, I guess if you have any questions or you want to see me working on this some more, if that would be an interesting kind of video where I would silently just kind of work along putting some more mica powder in here, let me know. I am very glad to see that this worked, and makes purchasing this image a little bit more worth it, because I love butterflies and I love Margaret Morales, and I'm very happy to be working on this canvas and was very worried about those pink lines. All right, well, I'm going to let you go. Like I said, if you have questions, please leave them in the comment section below. Let me know if you are interested in a video where I work on bigger sections and more of this canvas. After, I think I'm going to hold off on doing any more of that until I've completed it. That way I can kind of just wipe the whole thing down with a damp cloth and then not have to worry about getting mica powder on me after I've done some of the sections. So anyway, I hope you have a great rest of your day. Remember, wherever you go to take care of your mental health is a Sparkle Sanctuary. So remember to take care of you, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.